it's a feeling I can't even describe. Coming all this way from being injured the past 2 years and just going through every practice as possible, just putting everything I can into it, just feels amazing right now. Being able to win the state championship, my very last match of my high school career.
Take me through that match. Brady Jennings, stage, a very talented wrestler. What did you do to get around him?
I knew he was going to be real good at a bunch of scrambles, and I had faced that before when I wrestled Shadow, and I'd been working on it all the past part of the year, and got on a few shots, and I knew I could get to his legs real easy. He's so good at scrambling, and then I knew one of these times I was going to catch him off guard by coming around the backside and catch him in that Turk, and that's what we got him in, and then kind of just held on for the end there. If you're ahead, you just got to be careful. At the same time, you want to go out and do things, but I decided just to play it safe and come out with the win.
Talk about the perseverance that you've gone through in your career. I know you've fought some injuries, and got to feel good to finally get that situation.
Yes, it's, like I said, the best feeling in the world. You'll never know what it feels like unless you experience it yourself. Just every day knowing that this is what my dreams led up to this night exactly. Just I can't even describe all the practices I've gone through, all the hard work. It really pays off.
And then talk about that semifinal match real quick with Shadow. That has to feel good to avenge that loss.
That was a very good win there. Those two matches are probably the best two matches I've ever wrestled. They weren't very high-scoring matches or a whole bunch of takedowns like I'm normally used to, but when the time comes down to it and you have good opponents that are just as good as you got to take each match serious and just wrestle the same, and you just wrestle, and whatever the outcome is, you wrestle with it.
All right, Darian, congratulations.
Thank you.
I couldn't be happy for him. He's put a lot of time and worked really hard over the last 4 years, and he's kind of been the face of Clarendon wrestling for a couple years, and it's kind of nice to see him pay off at the highest level and win a state title. And as a coach, this is about as rewarding as it gets for you, to put a medal around a kid's neck at the state tournament, because only one guy gets to do it per weight class. So,
talk about Blake Luna's journey. I mean, he's been up here before, but this time he's able to just come out and wrestle well for the whole tournament and finally get that first place.
He's been here 4 times, and he's placed 2 other times here, but, this is a different situation for him. Wrestled a lot better than he had in the past. He got the jitters out a little early this year, and the draws are a big deal here at state tournament. You just don't know what you're going to run into. You get a lot of 1 versus 2 matchups. That's why our state tournament is one of the best around, and, we had a really good draw, I think, this year, and, he took advantage of it, and it paid off, and, what we've been training for and the game plan we had for tonight, it just paid off.
Talk about that game plan a little bit. Brendan Gould from Davenport Sumption, very tall wrestler. What was the game plan going in trying to defend him?
Well, we knew it was going to be tough to finish shots, but that's our big positive for us. We do a great job on our feet. We knew he was really tough on top, as you can see there, and it was huge for us to get that escape in the second period, and then get that takedown and get that 3-0 lead. And we knew when he chose top, that was his strong point, and he was probably trying to, that's where his advantage was. So, and he took advantage of it and put us in a dangerous spot. And I was pretty proud of Blake to keep battling there, and we even had some chances to get out there in the third or in the end, and and almost a takedown there in overtime.
Talk about that last overtime. You make the choice to go top. Pretty easy choice there going in. Is that kind of the strategy?
With this match, it was an easy choice. Blake doesn't get rode a whole lot by very many people, but this kid was, obviously especially tough on top, and that choice was easy to make today.
Talk about the rest of the tournament for the Clarendon Cardinals. I know you got some other kids up here. Definitely a good week for Clarendon wrestling.
Big shout out to our 2 seniors. Dusty Swindler wrestled his heart out up here, maybe outmatched and outmanned a little bit, but he always gives his best effort, and as a senior, what more rewarding than coming to the state tournament? Probably not overly excited about being 0-2, but, it was a good finish. Dakota Calfee in the same sense. Dakota Calfee was the second time here, lost a key match where he was up big and got rolled and funked and got pinned on the edge of the mat, and, so kind of a hard way to see those 2 guys go out, but, I'm proud of those 2 young men and all the hard work they paid off. And then we got JJ Clark and Kane Johans are both coming back next year. JJ won a match. This is JJ's second time here. He's ready to probably take the next step next year to be on that podium and maybe even at the top of the podium. And Kane Johans was winning a match big there too and fought, and it was very questionable at the end there. And you're not going to argue your way out of those. So proud of his effort though the whole time.
What's the state championship by Blake Luna do for the program moving through to next year? You mentioned guys like J.J. Clark that are coming back. What's it do for them to see one of their teammates up at the top?
Oh, that's his drill partner. You know, J.J.'s been drilling, worked with him all year. J.J. came down here and drilled with him right now, and that's you know, I think J.J. that's going to be J.J.'s goal. He wants the same thing Blake had. You know, and you know, Brian Hummel originally was the face of that, and I think Blake kind of imaged himself after that and trying to do the same things. And you know, so now we got another young guy or a guy going out, and hopefully some young guys will look at that and find some positive out of it and work hard to achieve the same goals Blake did.
All right, Coach, congratulations on a great showing by the Cardinals.
Hey, thanks a lot.
It's an honor, you know, to be placed at the state tournament. I mean, obviously not the result I wanted. I was hoping to be in the finals tonight, but I mean, it's a pretty big accomplishment. Never been here before, so I mean, can't say I'm too upset with it, but I mean, I wish I could have done better, but I'm happy, so.
Talk about this season for you. I mean, before this season, you never qualified for a district tournament, and now you're on the biggest stage here in Des Moines. What have you worked on and improved as a wrestler?
My off-season freestyle and Greco. Last summer, went Fargo Nationals and just trained a lot all through summer, and it really I made huge gains for myself. And coming to the academy, I knew I was good on my feet, but Coach Dara and Coach Freeze, they just helped me on my top game. That's what I need the most help with. That's definitely what got me as far as I did.
Take us through your tournament a little bit. Some pretty good matches there early on, and then of course the very tough semifinal match. Just take us through that tournament a little bit.
First round match, I came out pretty strong. I think I took the guy down about 4 or 5 times, turned him. Came out in the quarterfinals. Beat a tough kid, Coy Schneider. I took him down about 5 times too, and I think I got maybe 2 back points on him. But Coach Dare just coached me through that. He told me, you know, that just keep taking him down with my drag. My arm drag was there all day, and Coach Freeze had tapes for me. So I mean, I was pretty well prepared for that match. Come to the semis, I came out strong. I had a 6-3 lead first period against a kid that went on to win the tournament. So that's frustrating. I couldn't hang on there. It's a close match, lost 9-7, but I mean, it just shows me I'm that close, and I mean, this isn't all you're going to hear from me. I'm going to definitely go on bigger tournaments, win. So.
All right, Gavin, congratulations on 4th place, and congratulations on a great season.
Thank you.
Yeah, the first 2 rounds went pretty well. Kind of came up short there in the semis, like 2-0 loss. Thought I was going to come back and get him there. I thought I was holding on for a stalemate at the leg, but he took my ankle, so they gave him 2. Stalemate right after that, so after that I kind of had to rebound back and come back to 3rd.
Talk about the 3rd place match. Buster from Minneapolis, a very tough opponent, but I think you were able to just kind of salt that one away at the end, hold on.
Yeah, I kind of went out and got out there. I realized, you know, last high school match, so I really did it for my coaches, you know. They've been here for me for 4 years, and I get kind of choked up talking about it, but
yeah.
I really did that last one for them.
I wrestled a kid that I wrestled once before in the year, and I beat him pretty well, so I felt confident going into it that I could contend with him. And I watched him, kind of scouted him throughout the tournament, and I knew that I could beat him if I just kept pushing the offense and working into him, and that's what happened.
Talk about this tournament overall. 5 matches here that go the distance for you. Conditioning definitely had to be a big factor for you.
Oh yeah, it was a factor. Whenever we run and practice, we always make sure we're pushing the pace, and that's what we tried to do. Up here, it really paid off. I mean, I don't really wrestle too many full hard matches. Up here, I wrestled 5 of them in a row and did all right, I suppose, 3rd place.
And then talk about your journey here in the tournament. You lose in the quarterfinals, so you really have a tough task to come all the way back through those consolation. Talk about that journey, both physically and mentally.
Yeah, coming into quarters, I knew I had a tough match with Yankovic. He was ranked 6th behind me, but they're all the top ranked wrestlers are really close up here. And coming into it, I knew it was going to be close, and when I lost, I was mad, but you got to move past that, and you just got to look forward and keep on winning, and that's what I did. After that match, I came out ready to wrestle and won all my matches after that.
All right, Joe, congratulations on 3rd, and congratulations on a great season.
All right, thank you.